Welcome back to First and Five. With week 4 of the NFL season just around the corner, here are 5 more things to watch out for. Now, the first place that we are obviously going to start is this weekend's doubling game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Football is all about QBs, and this Sunday there are 2 quarterbacks in Dublin with a lot to prove. Now, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is coming off a very weird 2 years in New York where a lot of people were calling for his retirement. And on the other side, Minnesota's QB Carson Wentz finally has the opportunity to show that he is still a starting caliber QB in this league. And although Carson Wentz has played for more NFL teams than I get hours of sleep in the regular season, don't be shocked if he comes out of Dublin with the win. And even though the Steelers have got a bottom 5 defense and a bottom 5 offense, we have learned to never rule out Aaron Rodgers because he is showing his vintage self this season. So although the Dublin game is hard to predict, there is no question that it will be a banger. Guys, why is no one talking about the Los Angeles Rams? And I get it, they kind of bottled it in that heartbreaking loss versus the Eagles last weekend. But it's the Philadelphia Eagles. They are reigning Super Bowl champions for a reason. And with a young defense that is tied first for sacks in the league with 12, consisting of absolute ballers like Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Cam Curl, and Jared Verse, don't be shocked if they continue to improve. And then you look at the offense because they've got weapons like Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Tyler Higbee. And then you look at their future Hall of Fame quarterback Matthew Stafford, who looks as locked in as ever. Do not be shocked if they ruin the Colts' honeymoon in week 4. And did someone ask for a hot take? No? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. The LA Rams will be going to this year's Super Bowl. Clip it, because American TJ said it first. Now I've got a question. Are the Jacksonville Jaguars sneaky good? Because going into week 4, the Jags are 2-1, and really they should be 3-0. And a stat that you might have missed, that Jaguars defense has got 9 turnovers to start the season, which is their most at this point in any season ever. And while their new head coach Liam Cohen was getting memed for his awkward Duval impression in preseason, he was building a team that no one wants to face right now. So be sure to watch out for those guys in Duval. Is Derrick Henry okay? Because he has got 3 fumbles in 3 weeks when he only had 10 fumbles in his last 5 seasons. And oh my gosh, that crash out after his fumble versus the Lions on the sideline just sums up the Baltimore Ravens opening 3 weeks. Because it was straight awkward, messy, but for non-Ravens fans, hilarious to watch. And while the Ravens are 1-2, a big positive is Lamar Jackson is continuing to play like an MVP caliber quarterback. But with an aging Derrick Henry and John Harbaugh about to go into his 19th NFL season, their Super Bowl window is closing. So Derrick Henry, please, hang on to the ball, mate. And last but not least, this weekend we need to look out for second-year quarterbacks. Because they say that your sophomore year in uni or college is the best time for you to settle, develop, and show who you really are. And as of right now, Jaden Daniels in Washington still looks like a great quarterback despite the injury. The #1 overall pick from last year's draft, Caleb Williams, looks to be thriving under new head coach Ben Johnson in Chicago. Drake May's performances continue to go under the radar in New England. And lads, even though the New Orleans Saints are awful, their quarterback Spencer Rattler is looking like a very decent NFL quarterback. So Michael Penix, Bo Nix, what's going on? Because you were both top 15 picks in last year's draft, but it feels like the Falcons QB and the Broncos QB regression is seriously hurting their teams this season. Because the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos could easily be playoff teams this year. But if those 2 quarterbacks continue to defy their draft selections, then Denver and Atlanta could say bye-bye to the postseason. But those are 5 more things to look out for this NFL weekend. What are your thoughts though? Comment down below and let me know. And as always, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the NFL UK and Ireland YouTube channel. I've been American TJ, peace.